The tipping out of human ashes onto the stage at the Taite Music Awards last night has been called thoughtless and disrespectful. A vial of ashes belonging to Headless Chickens bass player Grant Fell, who died 3 months ago, was sprinkled on the stage as the group accepted a prize for their groundbreaking 1987 album, Stunt Clown. But, as Te Manaukorihi reporter Shannon Haunui-Thompson reports, the act was controversial and the organisers won't say what happened to the ashes on the stage afterwards.
Warm smiles on a bare floorboard, and it's hard to say such a great big word.
The Headless Chickens performing at the Taite Music Awards last night at Auckland's Civic Winter Garden.
Soft and breathing, you will come.
In the moments beforehand, the group had been presented with the Classic Record Award, and during the acceptance speech decided to literally put their former bandmate on stage with them by scattering a vial of his ashes.
And thank you to Rachel for bringing Grant. So I think Grant probably always wanted to play on the stage. There you go. Thank you. So I think we're going to play a song. Did you inhale, Grant? I told you not to inhale.
The act was meant as a tribute to the late Grant Fell, who passed away less than 3 months ago, but it caught many in the crowd by surprise and upset others. Māori musician Tex was a finalist. He tweeted he was glad he didn't win, as he wouldn't have got on stage with ashes under his feet, as he was raised in a culture where this shit wasn't okay. That's something fellow Māori musician Tama Waipara agrees with. He says he was glad he wasn't there as he watched it all unfold during the live stream.
I just thought it was a bit thoughtless and not very well considered. You know, I had a lot of aroha for Grant and for his whānau and for those who loved him. He was quite a beautiful man, but the way in which that incident sort of unfolded, which was kind of the careless actions of one person, who knows how much thought had gone into it, obviously enough to bring him down there.
In a statement, Grant Fell's wife, Rachel Churchwood, said she had taken a small vial of her husband's remains to the ceremony, which had been blessed. According to her, it was spontaneous, and when Chris Matthews asked if he could scatter the ashes on stage, she agreed, knowing her late husband would have loved the idea. She said Grant was proud of his Ngāpuhi whakapapa and she understands this was not in line with tikanga, but she said we all come from different places and we don't adhere to every tradition, and music is a big part of our identity too. Tama Waipara says it was a disrespectful gesture which will affect many people on many differing levels.
The tapu of that mate being taken into a place without any consideration of anyone in there and what their belief systems are. Do you really need to know the tikanga to know that maybe it's not cool to sprinkle someone's ashes all over a place? That who then deals with the removal of those? The cleaners who come into the venue? Why should they have to manage that? So many levels of not considering or thinking about how that impacts other people.
The organisers of last night's event, Independent Music New Zealand, and the venue owners, Auckland Live, said in a joint statement they were unaware of plans to scatter the ashes and it was not scripted into the ceremony. They refused to say what happened to the ashes after the ceremony, but said they are consulting with tangata whenua and a blessing will be performed at the Winter Garden in the coming days. Grant Fell's wife, Rachel Churchwood, said she is still grieving his loss and is extremely upset at being the subject of such criticism and attention from people who don't know her or her whānau. Mo te hōtaka o te ahi pōnei, ko Shannon Haunui-Thompson, ahau.